All right, what I'm fixing to do right now is cut some holes in the back of these boxes that are going to go in the exterior of this building. On the other side of this wall is all my electrical equipment for the solar system. But my power is going to come from over here from my utility. My meter is on the other side of that gear. I'm going to come down, dig it, bury the cable with some conduit, and then mount my first breaker box on this wall. This box right here. And then I will use these feed-through lugs here to feed into this manual switch, which is going to mount right adjacent to this breaker box on the wall here. I will also be installing a 200 amp breaker inside this panel that will feed the interior panel. That's going to be my grid panel feeding all my inverters. And then from the output panel on the inside, which won't be the solar output, it'll just be the power output from the transformer, is going to feed in to one of the line sides on this transfer switch. And then from the load side, which is the center lugs, I'll feed back over to the automatic transfer switch right there, which is getting power from my generator. So I'm intercepting the power between my meter and my automatic transfer switch. And that automatic transfer switch is a service rated switch, so that's the reason I go straight from the meter to the switch. But I'm intercepting the power from there, bringing it to the building, and then I'm going to have my solar power. My solar equipment is going to convert the power from the PV array into 240 volts, come to the transfer switch, and then back to my automatic transfer switch. That way, all my power will be coming through this building, through my inverters, and then back over here. And then from there, it feeds a panel on the other side that actually feeds my house. Now, for some reason, all this equipment in here, I need to bypass it for some reason. The equipment wasn't working, the batteries failed, or PV panel, whatever the reason, I can switch this transfer switch. Depends on which side. I hadn't decided which one's going to be my utility line or my solar power line. Whichever one I can switch. If say the utility's on top, I can throw the switch on top. It will then send my power from the utility straight to my transfer switch. And it'll bypass everything inside this building. Now what I'm fixing to do right now is cut some 2-inch hose. I already pre-drilled the hole, and I've got a little hydraulic hobby knockout set. I'm going to cut a 2-inch hole, and then I'm going to come in here and drill some 2-inch hose through here in a couple different places, one for each panel and then a couple spares. And that is going to pop into this wire trough right here. Pop those into the wire trough. The power coming in from the breaker panel is going to come up and feed this panel, and this will be the inverter feeder panel. So it'll be 5 breakers here feeding the 5 inverters. And then the output from this panel, which is going to actually be the system output panel, I will be feeding off these lugs going to the transfer switch. Then of course this one here is going to be my inverter output panel, and it'll run through the transformer. Transformer will come here, and this will be my solar power output panel, where I'll get my neutral. I'll derive my neutral through the transformer. So anyway, that's the plan.